everything you've ever wanted to know about quick beads. Hi, I'm Ivan.
And I'm Nick.
And this is DIY Detail. We've got a few questions about quick beads because it's not your traditional detailing product. So there are some ways of using quick beads that are spectacular. There are other ways that, well, you might not have the great user experience. So we want to give you that great user experience, and so does our pressure washer.
He's just saying, hey, don't forget about me.
Exactly.
I'm the star of the show. No, quick beads is the star of the show. Real quick. Before you use it, give it a shake. There's graphene in there.
Yeah, so we want to shake it up. We want to have it nice and homogeneous. We want everything in there doing what it's supposed to do. Next, there's two types of way of applying quick beads. First of all, your panel needs to be wet. It's water activated. Now, if you look up here, there's another video where we wash this vehicle and it already has quick beads on it. But some people tend to be sometimes like Nick, which means they do this. That is too much quick beads.
It's tempting to do it like that.
And I'm quickly rinsing it off because if you put too much on, let it sit too long, you're actually gonna get streaking.
Yeah, and one thing to tell you guys out there is you wanna rinse it, so you'll go like this. Yeah, I'll do one more. Maybe that's too much. You wanna rinse it bottom to top, and one other thing, I'd rather have you err on the side of I spray it, I rinse it, versus I spray it and I wait 2 minutes. I know on the bottle, we give you a little bit of
30 seconds
lag
to a
time.
minute.
Yeah, it says do not let it sit for more than 2 minutes. I just wanna make sure what on the bottle is what we feel like is true. But 2 minutes is like that top limit. And I think 30 seconds is fine.
Yeah, and when we say rinsing from bottom up, we literally mean rinsing from bottom up. So we're not trying to rinse it off the panel, we're trying to distribute it on the panel. And you see that sort of sudsy look, we want to rinse till that's gone. That is the quick beads activating. So other than over applying the product, another way of getting streaking with quick beads is literally to do this. So you're spraying on too much again, and then you're just doing this. That will eventually be a streaky mess.
Because you didn't flush the panel down there?
Right, I didn't flush the panel. I don't have enough water. Now, we're using a pressure washer. You can use a garden hose, and it works almost better with a garden hose because you have more water.
So getting more water is pretty important then?
It's definitely water activated. So the more water you have, the better. But there's another way of using quick beads. So you're using Incredible Suds or you're using the rinseless wash, you want to use a clay towel and you want some form of clay lube that's going to leave you protection behind. Quick beads is your friend at that case as well.
Yeah, you fold the clay towel into fours. It's a great clay lube. Some people say, well, can they use ceramic gloss as a clay lube? We recommend quick beads. It is just a lot slicker. It's the slickest product that we have in the lineup. And what I also like quick beads for, depending on the moment, depending on the mood, you can use it as a drying aid. So you could use this just like you use ceramic gloss, but I just say work fast. So don't go spray half the panel on a wet car and then, kind of mop it up with a towel. If I'm using it as a drying aid, I'm gonna go panel by panel, couple sprays, grab my towel, wipe it in, dry buff, make sure everything is in there. But it's a great drying aid as well.
So we've shown you all the ways not to apply quick beads. Now we'll show you the best way. You want this sprayer, you don't want open in a stream like this. You want it almost closed off, so you have a very fine mist.
Kind of a fan?
Yeah, so very fine mist, and just 1 or 2 passes like that on a panel, that's all you need. And of course, you want quick beads on your windows. You want quick beads on your wheels. Spectacular on wheels.
Actually, this is my favorite for wheels because you want to spend the least amount of time on your knees, kind of grinding down in there. After you use quick beads on your rim faces, they're going to be incredibly easy to dry. They're very resistant. So if you're using tire lotion or tire shine, you get a little extra on the rim faces, you go for that final wipe down, it comes off super easy.
Now, if you're in a shop environment like this, we have no wind. We don't have to worry about overspray of the quick beads. If you're in an area with wind, you want to always spray downwind. So let's say the wind is coming from the back of this Mercedes. We'll start here applying the quick beads and work our way forward. Because if we start here, we spray it off, and we start spraying here, but the wind is bringing it forward, we're gonna get overspray on here, and that is a possibility for a little extra work. Now, what happens if you do get streaking with your quick beads?
Well, here's what I can tell you I've used in the past. If you have streaking with your quick beads, it's kind of like if you have a high spot with your ceramic coating. So what you do is, you put a little quick beads on a towel. You can try using that on the streaks. If that doesn't work, you could pre-treat it with a little bit of quick beads and then put a little bit on your towel as well. So what's gonna do, it's gonna actually reactivate the product and then it's gonna blend right into your paint.
Let's say you're doing the whole side of the car. Let's give you a preview of best practice.
Okay.
So,
Car's wet, we've just washed it, right?
yeah. The car's wet, you've rinsed off the soap.
I'm gonna time us.
Okay. Very light mist on the surface. I'm not needing a lot. And then,
You're at about 13 seconds right now.
yeah, so we'll let it go another few seconds. And from here, I want to rinse, like I said, from the bottom up. But you can do it on a diagonal. Speeds up the process a little bit, especially when you're doing the whole thing. So from the bottom up. And there we go.
Ivan, that is fantastic technique. I get a little hoarse in the throat because I get emotional when I see someone do detailing so well, so gracefully.
Well, it's age. And I don't like to move more than I have to. So I try to make it as efficient as possible.
From the time you applied it to the time you rinsed it off, it is now 1 minute and 30 seconds. You just dry the panel down and you're good to go.
Right. If you have any questions, comments, thoughts, or ideas, leave them below. We love answering your questions, and we do answer every comment.
And right behind me is a playlist all about quick beads.
Cool.